Morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you guys are today. How are you all out there, you blessed hearts? Come to you with great love and compassion and empathy and peace and blessing. Okay guys, I felt compelled after some amazing inspiration in the last couple of days and sitting within myself at the moment. I wanted to share with you the energies are really quite powerful right now for everybody. And what I'm finding is everybody is, well, not everybody, but most people are struggling to define themselves again and just be their unique individual strands of themselves, of who they are. Now, I know that can be challenging for a lot of people because, as I wrote in the blog just before, okay, we're being conditioned from the day we're born to be something that we're not. We've been told we have to be this way and we have to be that way, and we can't be expressing our emotions for fear of being judged and ridiculed and being bad people and all the rest of the rubbish that goes around with it all, okay? It's not an easy gig, guys. And I'll be vulnerable and authentic with you and say to you that even myself, g'day Sharon, how are you, sister? From the day we're born, even for myself personally, I was conditioned to believe that I couldn't be this way, I couldn't be that way, I couldn't be my happy, joyous, loving, beautiful self as a kid. And most of us would believe that. So what happens is then we conform to society's standards of how we're meant to be, because God forbid we actually become our authentic, true selves, loving selves, the people that we came here to be in the first place, as we rewind and remember who we truly are underneath the human experience and our divinity, right? You know, it's a hard, g'day Rebecca, how are you, sister? It's a hard enough gig as it is, guys, seriously, because ultimately at the end of the day, even from my perspective, it's taken me 7 years to find myself of who I am, and I'm still delving into bits and pieces each and every day of who I am, and I'm constantly changing all the time, okay? And so what happens is we're bombarded with this fear, okay? And we're conditioned to believe that if we're ourselves and we actually express ourselves in our unique way, whether it be crying or expressing our feelings of what we need and what we want here, that we're bad people. Okay, we're conditioned to follow the rest of the world because society deems it's inappropriate for us to be our authentic, selves, expressing ourselves emotionally in this world. Okay, well, we are spiritual beings having human experience here, and we do have emotions, right? So, and unraveling that fear can be very challenging because it goes against the grain of what society has stated that we have to be. Okay, everyone. All right, and I give great grace and thanks to my guides and my angelic team, my higher self, for guiding me each and every day to come to you and share my truth. And I can't pronounce your name, sorry. It's Sabin Hassan. Okay, I'll just call you Ricky. The biggest thing in this world right now, and we're getting bombarded with piles of energy right now, okay, fam, and it's really quite challenging. G'day Lisa, how are you, sister? Good to see you. Nikki Gobi. And most of you may not have known me from 3 years ago, but I struggled with finding myself. I put a lot of masks on. I was trying to be something I wasn't. I was trying to find my way of how to express myself in my live videos when I started this 3 years ago. And a lot of people are not going to like you for being your authentic self. Okay, whether I swear or I sit here and laugh at times, or whether I've got wrinkles or grey hair or whatever, right? And this is just me, right? How I express myself, exactly how I fucking express myself, right? With all my raw, real, authentic self, right? Because this is who I am. When you express yourself and you connect to the earth and you ground and you be you, that's you honoring yourself. Don't, because too often in this world we're like I said before, we're conditioned to follow the crowd, because everybody wants us to be something else. Everybody doesn't like a parts of ourselves, which is because they're not liking themselves, parts of themselves, okay? And that's okay. Look, we're all on unique journeys here, okay, everyone, and it's challenging enough in this world, because when we get into that point of trying to be somebody else or being somebody that we're not, then we start people pleasing, right? And I had an amazing conversation with a sister in Canada, Jolene, this morning about this. And we get into that point of, it's not about being rude or being selfish or condescending or arrogant towards people. It's just about saying, you know what, this is me. Take me or leave me. I love you no less. But this is who I am. And I'm not going to change. As long as you have a pure of heart, family of light, and you're coming from pure of intentions, how you are or how you behave in front of others is no one else's business, right? It's you being you, expressing yourself however it is, would be crying or expressing your feelings or being vulnerable or transparent or whatever the case. All right, because one of the greatest things we're finding right now, and this is what a lot of people are finding, they're trying to find themselves, a unique individual self, right, without the masks attached, right? Dropping those energetic masks of saying, I'm a robot, we have to be this way and straight and no. And with all due respects and great love for the spiritual community out there, a lot of the people out there have painted this belief that I have to be this way and have to be this way and that way to present myself on social media, because God forbid I'm not accepted by the greater amount of people out there, right? I have to wear a suit and tie and I have to present myself in this way and da-da-da-da-da. Bullshit. Bullshit. Right? Ultimately, at the end of the day, guys, this is me. You've seen me, most of you. I get it. I do live videos in bed. I do live videos out in nature. I do live videos wherever I feel like I need to do it at the time. If I'm compelled to come and share something with you, message, and it doesn't matter how I am, how I'm dressed, right? As long as I'm respectful and appropriate to all of you out there, then this is who I am. I'm not going to be anything else than just me, my unique expression of myself, with love in my heart for each and every one of you. All right? But what I want to say to you is, the main message I want to get across to you this morning is to unravel those thought processes and those conditioning of what people have told you you have to be, how you have to dress, how you have to behave in front of people. Because when you connect to yourself and the love in your heart and you're in a child of joy and love, then that's you expressing yourself no matter how it is, okay? I do. You're welcome, Rosa. Good to see you, sister. People get upset with me. They get triggered because, like, how can you do that, Seraph? You're just so authentic and so real. I said, well, fucking oath I'm real. This is me. Take me or leave me. I'm not going to love you no less. All right? Look, the world's a mess, guys, ultimately, and there's a lot of energy bombarding the planet, and a lot of people's emotions are coming to the surface right now, and they are really trying to find themselves, who they truly are. Because what happens also in relationships, which extends out to family and friendships as well, not just loving partners, okay, or whatever the case, right? Being our unique selves, individual selves, is stepping away and say, well, who am I away from the family? Who am I away from that friend? Who am I away from that partner-loving relationship that you're in? If it is loving or not, I don't know, right? Depends on whether you're single or not, okay? Right, who am I away from that? Who am I? Who do I want to be? Who do I want to express myself as? I love my family, I love my friends, or whatever the case is going on for you guys out there, right? But who am I? Are they telling me how I have to be? Are they trying to place conditions on me of how I should be? Are they asking me to change? Are they asking me, or are they saying to me, well, we don't like you this way, you have to go back to the old way? Because what's happening right now, family life, we're actually breaking down the old us. We're shedding the old skin of who we thought we had to be, because we were conditioned from childhood to be a certain fucking way. Now, I'm loud, I'm out there at times. Sometimes I come in a peaceful, quiet way. It depends on where I'm at and what I'm feeling at any given moment when I present these live videos to you. But either way, I have love in my heart for each and every one of you, regardless, right? But some days I'm a little bit loud, sometimes a bit boisterous, sometimes I'm in a nice calm mode. It doesn't matter how I am. What it is the messages I'm presenting to you. Whether I'm just in a daggy old t-shirt or a shirt, or whether I've got a 3 days growth of beard, or whatever the case. Because the greatest things that we have upon us is judgment. We're judged. We are judged chronically because we're being ourselves. We're being real. Because in society, it says you can't be that. Yeah, you have to be like everybody else, like a robot. Well, no, we're not robots here, guys. We're spiritual beings having human experience here with unique individual expressions. And this is how I express myself. How do we unravel those? Well, we sit in silence. We go back. We listen to the thoughts once again, and we decipher through the thoughts. We look at ourselves hard and long in the mirror. G'day, how are you? Good to see you. We look ourselves hard in the mirror and say, well, what am I being fake? Am I being somebody else? Am I betraying something that's not really me? Am I, coming from a heart full of love, an open heart as I express myself, right? And this is the key, guys. See, it's unraveling those fears. It's unraveling the judgment upon yourself of, oh my God, I shouldn't be doing this, G'day, Marisol. How are you, sister? Good to see you. All right? And it's not an easy process, family of light. And I'll tell you that now. Like I said, I've spent 3 years unraveling this stuff and finding who I am now. I'm getting comfortable within my own skin of how I present myself on a live. But when I present myself as I am, because this is me, I'm not going to stand there like a robot and a statue. I'm going to express myself in my unique, beautiful, heartfelt way. Right? And a lot of people lose their way with doing that. Especially in the spiritual arena, and like I said, it's not a judgment, okay? So everybody's finding their own way through this at the moment as they come back to themselves. And what I want to say is about coming back to within yourself. Are you willing enough to have a look at yourself in the mirror and say, well, hang on a minute, I don't want to be like that. I want to be me. I want to dress how I want to dress. I want to have that coloured purple hair or that red hair. I want to be a fire, whatever. It doesn't matter, okay? Right? You want to wear that dress, you want whatever the case. Yeah. No, don't feel guilty about that. Don't. And guys, if you ever need to walk away from family members or ex-partners or whatever the case, please, I ask you not to feel guilty about that. Please. There's enough guilt in this world now running around emotionally now as it is. All right, guys, a lot of people, we can't be concerned what other people think about us. This is the biggest problem, okay? And we're conditioned to believe, to feel guilty and shame, because if we express ourselves uniquely, that people are going to judge us. Well, you know what? It's none of our business what other people think about us. Now, I've stated this clearly before in numerous lives I've done previously over the last 12 months, okay? It's none of our business what others think about us from their mind's perspective. We have to have the courage and the strength to stand up and say, you know what, I want to be me. This is me. This is who I am. This is how I want to dress. This is how I want to talk. Right? As long as you got love in your heart, family of light, for yourself, because loving yourself is also loving you for all you want to be, all your expressive self of who you are. I'm not liked by a lot of people out there for who I am and how I present myself on social media. Well, you know what? I don't care. It's none of my business what other people think. I come from a heart filled of love for each and every one when I present these videos to you, because I love you all completely and absolutely. Now, my love is too much for a lot of people out there too, because I do have a bountiful of love because of how much I've loved myself over the years, last 3 years alone. You're welcome. You're welcome. I don't know how to pronounce your name, sister, so please forgive me for that, okay? It's no one's business what other people think about you. What you came here to do is find yourself of who you truly are. My mannerisms are who I am. how I express myself is who I am. Doesn't mean I don't love you. It means I do. I love you. And by me being my real authentic self and not holding back and not people pleasing other people to be something that they want me to be is my freedom. I'm free and sovereign because I am me. Here I am. I have every day is different for me with what I'm moving through at times, or maybe I have different expressions. Doesn't matter. But I'm being real and raw me. I'm being authentically me. I'm not placing a mask on and being a robot all the time. Okay? And I have emotions, and I feel those emotions. Yeah, and sometimes I may get triggered a little bit at times, and that's okay too. Right? And I love myself through that. And this is what this is what I want to share with you, what I've learned. By loving yourself through those triggers, through that judgment of yourself, through that guilt that you may be feeling, all that shame, you're going to drop those masks and you're going to be your real authentic self, no matter what anyone else thinks. Because you don't have to stand there and be berated or torn down because you are being you. Because you know what? You are yourself. You are who you are. You're an individual, unique being here. And if we follow the crowd, then we're not being ourselves. If we're trying to people please everybody else to be what they want us to be, then we're not being ourselves. We're not being authentic. We're not being transparent. We're not being vulnerable. We're not being real and raw ourselves. We all have emotions. We all have days where we have meltdowns, okay? And that's perfectly okay. Expressing yourself in those ways and sharing how you feel to the ones you love without, saying, I need respect. I deserve respect right now. I'm not feeling loved, or whatever the case. I don't need to be validated. I'm not here to be validated. I'm not here to be, made to feel good. I'm good within myself. I love myself and who I am. And by doing that, I love all of you no matter what. But I share this with you because I love you. And I want you to all be your unique individual strands of yourself with beautiful, loving, open hearts. By loving yourself and by opening your heart up to yourself and being unique self, then you can love everybody else for who they are. Doesn't mean you have to tolerate poor behavior either or be disrespected, guys. If you feel in any shape and form you're being disrespected in any shape or form by anyone, then you need to walk and say, I love you, but this is not the behavior I want my life. Because that's loving you unconditionally. And that's being you, authentically you, and saying, no, I deserve more. Remember, we're still humans here. We're having this human experience, guys, and it's important for us. And the other thing with the current energies that we're moving through right now too is a lot of people are striving to find the individual unique expressions of themselves, and it's very challenging right now in the current energies as it stands, and that's okay. All right, but the idea is to make sure that we find that balance within ourselves of the masculine and feminine energies by being assertive, not being rude or disrespectful. G'day Wilma, how are you, sister? Good to see you. All right, not being disrespectful for others. If they're disrespectful for you, then you walk away. Say, nah, not doing it. Nope, I love myself too much for that. Is it being selfish? Yeah, it is to a point. Doesn't mean you love them any less. Doesn't mean you love them any less. It just means that you are respecting yourself and you are loving you and you are being who you are by saying, no, I won't tolerate that behavior. Right? You can love them from a distance. I know it's challenging, okay, guys? I know. I've had to walk away from people over the last couple of months and the last week or two alone because I have been disrespected and not treated appropriately, right? When I put out all of that, I put out that respect and love to everybody. It's not easy. I can understand that, believe me. Right, but we are being called to let go of people that are not serving our vibration anymore because we're moving into a world of energy and vibration and frequency, okay? That's what it boils down to. And if they're not resonating on your frequency, then your vibe will attract your tribe. So when you are being authentically you, real and you in your individual unique state of who you are here, that's the gift. Because when you find your unique self and your expression of who you are, whether you dress weird or you have different color hair or whatever the case, the world will adjust. Or not. It's their choice. We have free will here. But express yourself for who you feel you need to be, no matter how you dress, no matter how you talk. Right? Because that's you being authentically you. Just be you. Be your loving, beautiful self to yourself of how you feel you want to be in the world. Dress how you want to feel. you want to dress. You know, do your hair however you want to feel you want to do your hair. Okay? Dance, dance and laugh and play, because that's the joy in life. Now, I'm on my own here, guys. I have been for 3 years now, and I love my life. Yeah, I have my down days at times, but you know what? I am authentically me, and I love me for me. And if people don't like me for me, well, that's not my problem. I'm not going to change to fit into the box of society's standard of how I should be, or how they want me to be, because this is me, right? And I'm seeing so much authenticity out there with people at the moment. It's amazing. It's incredible. It's beautiful. And I love that, because that's what we're here to do, is be our real, authentic, loving, beautiful selves with all the intricate layers, emotions and everything. G'day, Regina. How are you, sister? And I wanted to bring that message to you this morning, guys. It's very, very important, just for you to not get caught up in the people pleasing and the conditioning of what other people expect us to be, because we can be our unique selves without expectations upon others of how they meant to be. We're not here to change people. We're just here to love them for who they are. And if that behavior doesn't suit us in regards to inappropriate manner, then we walk away with love in our hearts for them, and we love them from a distance. Okay, so that's my message for this morning. Now, join me. I'm going to ask anyone who's watching this morning, please join me at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. For all of you watching overseas, I don't know what the time is at the moment. I think it's about an hour and a half. Okay, guys, I'll be back with Jeremy Domel, and we'll be doing a live on the current energies and what people are moving through emotionally as well. I send you my infinite peace and my grace and blessings, love and ease today for you all. I love you all. Just be you. Your real, raw, authentic you. Let's just drop the masks and be our expressive selves of who we are here, with love in our hearts. That's what we're here for. You're welcome, Marisol. I love you all, and I'll see you in an hour and a half with Jeremy. Bye for now.